meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Secretary, do you know roll call? All present. Board correspondent report, Pat.
Couple of things going on in Madison. They're looking at a bunch of bills. One is relating to licensure to teach based on working as a paraprofessional. The provisional license to teach would authorize the license holder to teach only in the school district that they recommended the individual for the license. And it bill specifies that DEPI must issue a lifetime license based on a provisional license issued under the bill if the license holder successfully completes 6 semesters of teaching experience.
Okay.
There's another one relating to the protection from prosecution for employees of libraries and education institutions. Under current law, it's a crime to import, print, sell, possess for sale, publish, exhibit, play, or distribute any obscene material. This bill will remove public elementary and secondary schools from that exemption, so they could be held liable. There's another one. Let's see. Oh, that was it. Hey.
Okay.
I think I talked about last week or last month about the students have to have a half credit of financial literacy to graduate,
Mhm.
and that was signed into law. So governor either signed that. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
I mean, I know my kids don't even balance their checkbook. I don't even know if they know how. They should, but so I think that to stress the importance of being financially responsible is a good thing. And then, I don't know how many of you saw this, it was in the Door County Pulse. It talked a little bit about school vouchers, the private school voucher program, and what impact it has on school districts. And they did a survey about how much each district pays around this area. Washington Island pays nothing, I can understand that. Gibraltar, $12,378. Sevastopol, $22,280. Southern Door pays $106,370. Sturgeon Bay, $299,284. Algoma, $314,123,000. And Luxembourg Casco, $386,535.
Yeah.
So we're one of the smallest schools. We pay one of the highest money that goes out for private school vouchers.
Yeah. Significant part of our budget.
Well, there was I kind of read the article, and it was one, I don't know where that was, and they increased their taxes by 400% to make up for the vouchers and then the inflation of the taxes and things. So
Yeah, it's a taxpayer that's getting hit.
it is. We can't afford to keep supporting two separate school systems.
All right, we'll keep moving. Board CC report, Chrissy.
We met last week. The biggest takeaways, we are reviewing the WASB resolutions to decide for January's meeting how the CISA vote will be coming down at convention. And then they are still working on the Skyward transition and budget, and we are reviewing the pay scales for all of their directors and trying to keep that up with inflation and have something in writing. So.
All right, Morgan is not with us tonight. I have no misconceptions or rumors.
Morgan did share some stuff with me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I will report out for her. December to Remember Dress Up Month is wrapping up this week before holiday break. Today was Pajama Day. So not only are the staff enjoying this, but I think the students are really enjoying it too. So candygrams have all been ordered and are being passed out this week. Student Council is running a holiday food drive and will be donating all of the food and supplies at the end of this week. Sophomores have the opportunity to sign up for automotive or diesel mechanic programs, and basketball is still on full swing with all teams working hard.
All right. Okay. Did anyone sign in to speak? No. All right. The only announcements I have, I think we had spoken about it before, the mandated committee that has to
be formed to review the different human growth and development. It's a citizens advisory committee. Chrissy had volunteered, and I also will be part of that committee. It is not an official board subcommittee, though. We will just be participants. So we move on to administration reports.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to turn over to Amber first. She's going to do a financial update.
Okay, so I passed out to all the board members a financial dashboard. This is the fund balances as of November 30th, 2023. The general fund does have a decent fund balance of 28%. There are some footnotes to the right, and I'll let you read through those at your own pace down below. It just basically tells you where those fund balances should be. And then I also provided you our bank account balances and the interest rates. Just a side note, your fund balance is not going to equal the cash in your bank because fund balance includes assets and liabilities, so. And then on the back side is some nice charts that kind of show you what our fund balances do throughout the year. And I did a 4-year outlook for you so you can kind of see the comparison from year to year. So November traditionally is the lowest fund balances of the year. That's before the tax dollars and the state shared revenues start coming in. So all in all, we're doing pretty well. And I promised Jesse I would keep it short, so.
All right, any questions will be next month, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Amber.
If you do have questions, let me know.
Yeah, no, this is very nice. You do a very nice job giving us.
Thank you.
All right. I just have a couple things to go over. So we'll look at the dates for school board candidacy, referendum resolutions, and follow up with the calendar for next school year. So just a reminder that December 22nd, this Friday, 5 o'clock p.m. is the deadline for incumbents to file for non-candidacy. And then for public and for anyone that plans to rerun on the board, the window to file campaign registration statements and declarations of candidacy is due by January 2nd at 5 o'clock p.m. Those are hard deadlines, 5 o'clock p.m. that we must follow. And for anyone that is wishing to pick up packets or the appropriate papers, the business office will be open next week on the 27th and 28th only from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So the rest of the days are holidays, so we will be closed.
But all of this week as well.
This week as well, correct, we are open, yes. Referendum resolutions, so included in your board packets are 2 drafts of the resolutions that we received from our bond counsel, Tom Griggs. The resolutions will be read aloud tonight and then voted on at our special board meeting at 6 o'clock p.m. on January 8th. And then the last thing I have is just the calendar update for 24-25. This also was included in your board packet, the proposed 24-25 school calendar. Just want to note the differences on this calendar versus calendars we've had in the past. The start date is now September 3rd, 2024. That's the Tuesday right after Labor Day. School will be in session on that Monday and Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. In the past, we've always had off that full week. We need to get our hours in, and so taking those 2 days off will allow that. The last day of school is May 30th of 2025. That sounds so weird to say 25, but this calendar does allow us to have, I believe, 9 additional hours built in if there were to be any snow days or early releases or late starts for makeup. So, any questions about what those items?
Did the state give you any reason why they wouldn't let us start?
Yes,
Really?
we do not live within close enough proximity to where the draft will be occurring. So I asked, well, what about other districts that are getting approved? Green Bay, Ashwaubenon, and they said, well, it comes down to more of a traffic concern, where they don't want kids walking to school. So obviously that wouldn't be necessarily an issue here, because we wouldn't have as much traffic as what they would, so.
Even though that may not have been an issue. Okay.
Yep.
They have spoken.
I guess so.
Yeah, they are really cracking down this year on the early start. I think they've gotten some pressure from legislatives on this, and it's been something I think that's always been kind of just overlooked in the years past, and they're not allowing it this year.
Any further questions? Okay, we'll move on to committee reports. Charter School Committee meeting, was on the sixth. Our Charter School Committee met with, some, of the staff and the governing board of the charter school and went through some different things, determined the cap to be 45, re-looked at the way the financing is recalculated. Instead of a set rate, it's going to be a percentage. And we decided that we would be meeting at the beginning and the end of each year to go through things as well as any necessary time in between. But it was a nice meeting between everybody. Community Advisory Committee.
Yeah. I just want to thank everybody for being part of this, because it was a huge commitment. A lot of information to try and comprehend. We met on the 7th. We kind of went over the survey results. We did a show of hands, kind of, if you'd support this, if you'd support that. Then we went into the survey about your school district. And we talked about this at the meeting on the 11th. Some of the things that surprised me on that was what I got back on that one was how many people would recommend the school district. And I thought that should be higher, but we don't do a good enough job of marketing our district to the people so that they know what we have to offer. We have those 3 different avenues of learning for kids. In a large district, it's unheard of. In a small district, it's a minor miracle that we can do that. So we need to do a better job of marketing our school district. So yeah.
And we pretty much went over most of the stuff on the 11th, so.
Yeah, we did. We did one. Yeah,
Yep.
we did.
Okay. All right. Other items for discussion? Anybody? We'll move right into action items. I need a motion to approve the regular board meeting minutes of November 27th, 2023, the budget hearing minutes of October 23rd, 2023, the charter school committee minutes of December 6th, 2023, the community advisory committee meeting minutes of December 7th, and the special board meeting minutes of December 11th.
So moved.
A second.
Moved by Pat, seconded by Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. I need a motion to approve the bills presented to us and.
So move. Second.
Motion made by Chris Schnei, seconded by Chris Bench. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. I'll need a motion and a second, and then I need to read it. I need a motion, to accept the first reading of the initial resolution authoring issuance of general obligation bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,050,000.
So moved.
I'll second.
I will read that. Let's see, which one is that? There's 2 of them, Jesse.
This one.
The short one first? Okay. Initial resolution authorizing issuance of general obligation bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,050,000. Be it resolved by the school board of the school district of Algoma, Kewaunee County, Wisconsin, that there shall be issued pursuant to chapter 67, Wisconsin statutes, general obligation bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,050,000 for the purpose of paying the costs of improvements to district buildings and grounds, including safety, security, and energy efficiency upgrades, elementary school plumbing, roof and playground surface replacements, renovating and remodeling middle high school classrooms and support areas, middle high school restroom remodeling and parking lot replacement, track resurfacing, window and door replacements, performing arts centers, audio, lighting, and acoustical ceiling upgrades, and addressing Americans with Disability Act compliance issues. Be it further resolved that the district clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish a notice to electors in substantially the form attached here to as attachment 1 in the Green Bay Press Gazette within 10 days of the adoption of the foregoing resolution. Be it further resolved that pursuant to section 67.05 subsection 6A and A2.a of the Wisconsin statutes, the district clerk is hereby directed to submit the foregoing initial resolution to the electors for approval or rejection at the April 2nd, 2024 election. The initial resolution shall not be effective unless adopted by a majority of the school district electors voting at the referendum. Adopted this 8th day of January 2024. So that is the first reading. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. We have a first reading of the resolution providing for referendum election on the question of the approval of an initial resolution authorizing issuance of general obligation bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,050,000.
So moved.
I'll second.
Christie, motion, and Chris Sly seconded. And that one is this one?
Yep.
Resolution providing for a referendum election on the question of the approval of an initial resolution authorizing issuance of general obligation bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,050,000. Whereas the school board of the school district of Algoma, Kewaunee County, Wisconsin, the district has duly adopted an initial resolution entitled Initial Resolution Authorizing Issuance of General Obligation Bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,050,000, the initial resolution. Whereas the school board has determined to submit the initial resolution directly to the electors of the district for rejection or approval pursuant to section 67.05 subsection 6A A2.a of the Wisconsin statutes, and whereas the initial resolution shall not be effective unless it is approved by a majority of the district electors voting at the referendum. Now therefore be it resolved by the school board of the district as follows. Section 1, referendum election date. A referendum election shall be held in the district on April 2nd, 2024 for the purpose of submitting to the qualified electors of the district the proposition of whether the initial resolution shall be approved. Section 2, polling places. The district electors will vote in the referendum election at their regular polling places. Section 3, notice of referendum election. The Green Bay Press Gazette is the official newspaper of the district with daily publication. The district clerk or his/her designee is directed to give notice of the referendum election as follows. A, by publishing a Type A notice of referendum election in the Green Bay Press Gazette on March 5th, 2024. B, by publishing a Type B notice which includes a facsimile ballot and voting instructions to electors in the Green Bay Press Gazette on April 1st, 2024. And C, by publishing a Type C notice of referendum in the Green Bay Press Gazette on April 1st, 2024. This notice shall be printed as close as possible to the ballot portion of the Type B notice discussed above. Section 4, absentee ballots. The municipal clerks of the municipalities within the district are hereby designated and appointed as the officials who shall receive applications for absentee ballots and initial the same when issued to qualified absentee voters. Section 5, report of results of referendum election. In accordance with section 67.05 subsection 3G of the Wisconsin statutes, the referendum election shall be held and conducted and the votes cast thereat wow, counted and canvassed as in other matters voted upon and the results certified forthwith to the clerk of the district. The district clerk shall then report the result of the referendum election to the school board at its next regular or special meeting, adopted this 8th day of January 2024. Again, this was a first reading. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. I need a motion to approve the 2023-2024 Algoma School District calendar.
So moved.
Oh, I'll second.
All right. Ms. Lonnie moved. Pat seconded. All in
I
favor?
have a couple typos. First day of school is spelled wrong, and it's January 2025, not January 2024.
Oh. Yeah, I was looking at dates. You're looking at the year, yeah, okay.
I didn't check if it's the right calendar, but.
With that corrected, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do you accept that with corrections?
Yes.
Lonnie and Pat? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. I need a motion to approve the Rural Virtual Academy affiliate contract for the 24-25 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Chris Sly, seconded by Chrissy. Questions or discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. I need a motion to approve the academic career planning document. Motion made by Chris Benish,
Second.
seconded by Lonnie. Questions or discussion on that? I guess I'll make one comment. I mean, in both middle school, I think it was middle school and high school, they did have financial planning, talk in there. So I think Jesse's nodding his head.
Correct,
So
yeah.
I think we're probably well positioned to comply with that new state requirement. So. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding for shared courses in Kewaunee County School Districts.
So moved.
Motion made by Chrissy. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Chris Sly. Questions or discussion on that? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any requests for future agenda items? Hearing none, I will ask for a motion to go into executive session under Wisconsin statute 19.85 subsections 1C, E, and F for the purpose of taking matters, hires, staffing, resignations, and administrator evaluation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Lonnie, seconded by Chris Benish. Roll call vote. Chris?
Yes.
Pat?
Yes.
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 Chrissy?
Yes.